strong winds circulating this chamber suggest that this is, or was, the air temple. He had a bunch of minis. His house was like filled with all of the like relics and artifacts of like a custody battle. So he had like every toy in the world and all that stuff. And he really helped me like increase my game and make my game better. And we brought in a couple of our other friends, and then one of our friends, his mother completely bought into the Satanic Panic and forbade him from playing with us anymore. And then shortly after that, Simon and his mom moved away. This chamber is much warmer than Come in, follower of flame, a stirring voice echoes. Just in time. On the altar sits a small, cracked basin. Come, the cleric calls. Pay tribute to the fire. Your tribute honors us, the prefect says, proudly. Soon, all will bend the knee to fire, or die in their stubbornness. what I remember most about playing D&D is making up characters and creating my own dungeons and letting my imagination transport me to another world that existed because I made it real. I didn't have the ability to really understand this when I was young, but it was like I was in charge of a movie or a TV show or a really great book, and I kept it alive, and I got to decide how the story unfolded. The artwork in the classic D&D modules from guys like Elmore and artists of that time, artists like Mobius and Frank Frazetta and those guys, it created how fantasy looks in my imagination. To this day, when I am running a campaign, I am seeing that gorgeous 70s and 80s pen and ink artwork in my imagination. My friends and I loved playing this game, and it was really my friend Simon who was like a weird kid like me and sort of got out of PE because he had asthma and was reading the monster manual on the playground and was like, maybe we should do this. And we started getting together to play all the time. One of the things I love about the real classic D&D modules is that they weren't linear. They gave the DM a whole bunch of different encounters and usually a map, because we did a lot of dungeon crawling in those days, and then told the DM, if your players go this way, they're probably going to attract the goblins from this room. If they don't, then there's goblins there. If they spend too much time here, then owlbears can come. If they spend a lot of time there, then they can probably get through there without. There was a story, and there were walls, and there was treasure to loot, and there were bosses to take down, but what we got out of those modules, and what I think inspired the way that we play, was how much we were expected to make our own choices. As I grew up, and as I was a weird, cerebral, withdrawn, awkward, shy kid, I could always go. This area of the temple once housed those faithful to the air temple. Now, the air temple is in disarray, and orcs have taken over these quarters. A man in air temple robes stands up in the corner of this cold, dark room. On the wall, there's a small etching from the shadow. Last player of the air falls to the ground. You search him carefully, but you don't find the air temple key on his person. The air in this room is almost uncomfortable. As you fill the pool, the barrier disappears. Adherents of the water temple pray softly in this. The room begins to shake, and a shimmering wall appears at the entrance to the chamber. temple, the winds circling the room rush faster. With the 4 barriers dispatched, the way into Falrinth's chambers opens. The stony visages in this room suggest this is the entryway to Falrinth's tomb. My favorite class is the classic AD&D wizard class, which is weird because you would expect that a weird, awkward, shy, uncoordinated, nerdy kid like me would have wanted to be a fighter or a barbarian or someone powerful or someone unlike me. And I wanted to be a wizard because wizards needed to be smart, right? Intelligence was a really important part of being a wizard, and intelligence mattered to me in real life. And I liked imagining that I could go into a place where I look like this frail little kind of like Raistlin kind of guy, and some big cool kid comes in and messes with me, and I'm like, I cast a spell and now you're encased in ice and I'm leaving and you suck and I win. I win because my mind was... The wizard Falrinth floats high above this chamber.
I know why you have come,
His voice.
but you're too late. Using the arcane power of the page I discovered, Zuggetmoy is nearly free. We're just getting started. Preach! Take care of that. I'll just have to
Falrinth motions wildly, attempting to invoke a complex spell, but he never completes the gesture. His fight is already over. Falrinth's chambers are dimly lit. On a table in the middle of the room sit a book, a skull, and a large sheet of some kind. It almost looks like, if Falrinth's journal is to be believed, the demon Zuggitmoy has nearly been freed.